Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JPress 720 demonstration this afternoon. So with the introduction of JPress 720, then Fujifilm believe that they do have the answer to the growing demand for high-quality, short-run print. You'll be with me now for around about 10 minutes whilst we take you through some live production. We convey lots of information and we allow you to come down and take a closer look at the printed sheets after the demonstration. The job that we're running this afternoon is a couple of pages from one of our product brochures. What we see here is a 3D virtual proof. This has been generated by Fujifilm's cross-media workflow. The imposition is using the JDF job file information, and the pages are using the same bitmap data that's used by the JPress to print the job. So a few years ago, when Fujifilm set about the design and the development of JPress 720, we recognized that we had to meet a number of design criteria. For instance, we wanted to introduce a product into the market that was ideally suited for this growing demand in short-run print. We recognized that the quality benchmark in the marketplace was that of offset litho. When we were introducing this product, we wanted to provide our customers with a faster means of production than current digital and current offset for short-run print. Our customers said to us that we'd like you to introduce a product that uses standard offset litho paper. They didn't want expensive digital papers. They also wanted a sheet size that would allow them to easily move work from their current offset litho machines into the digital area. And they also wanted a large sheet size that would allow them to gain new business. And Fujifilm recognizes the increased demand for environmental specifications, so we'll be taking you through a number of features of the product that really do help the environment. Now, I'd like to introduce my colleague from Fujifilm Japan, Yamada-san. Thank you. And he'll be running the JPress whilst I continue telling you about the product. So we're well aware then that the longer run lengths are starting to decline in the marketplace, and we're seeing an upswing in the short run work. And this is why we're introducing this product at Graph Expo. So the green line on this graph here is showing you the JPress putting down 2,700 4-up sheets per hour. And then we're going to draw a comparison against a similar offset litho press doing high quality short run print. And in this situation, we believe that that make-ready time would be about 25 minutes. So the opportunity for our JPress customers is signified by the green triangle here. Now, because the JPress is very easy to use, and because you don't need to make CTP plates, then we believe customers will probably take on jobs that go beyond the 2,000, probably into the 3,000 run, because it will be economical to do that. Again, looking at the print market, very capable 2-up digital systems, doing a lot of short-run work. But if you extend that run length, then the economics don't quite work for you. And similarly, in the offset market, very good at what it does, but if you're asked to do a short-run job, then it can become quite costly. So JPress is placed in this middle ground here. Now, because it's a digital press and we have the ability to produce a single sheet with no make-ready waste, and Yamada-san here is just showing you that first sheet off the press this afternoon. It's dry to the touch, so that can go and go back into the press for printing the backside. So Yamada-san, if you carry on with the demo. So the JPress is a digital press, the first sheet is saleable, therefore the production opportunity can really extend from very short run lengths to some pretty reasonable extended short-run jobs as well. Now, for those of you that quickly saw the sheet there, you would have seen some vibrant and accurate color. We're going to give you the opportunity again at the end of the demonstration to see those printed sheets, and we have other printed samples for you to see the quality. Now, I've mentioned that we use a standard coated litho stock. This is important because it gives the printer the opportunity to use paper that he's already got in his business. It gives him the opportunity to select the supplier that he wants to deal with and, of course, negotiate the best possible prices for this commodity product. It's a 29-inch press with a very healthy print area, so you can move those 4-up impositions from offset onto the J-Press with ease. And sheets, as they come out the back of the J-Press, can be moved through to your existing finishing and bindery equipment. There's no requirement to purchase any new equipment to support the press. Now there's 3 consumable items with J-Press 720, a water-based pigmented ink, a water-based pre-coat, and a water-based nozzle cleaner. And all 3 of these fall into the VOC-free classification, so that's good for the environment and good for the press minder. And you would have seen the first sheet is saleable, so there's no make-ready waste, so some good environmental benefits. And we'll talk again later in the presentation about how these sheets can be easily recycled by the paper companies. So we've very quickly reviewed 6 design criteria that Fujifilm have looked at in the introduction of the J-Press 720. Now we have another product on the stand that I want to quickly tell you about. It's called Toscaro Universe. It's a product that's designed to align and verify color within your shop. Take a typical print example. You've produced a job for your customer, he's taken delivery, everything's fine, but 2 weeks later he rings up and says, I could really do with another 1,000 sheets. You don't want to go to the expense of making the CTP plates. You don't want to have an extended run, make ready or whatever for such a short run job. So the ideal solution is to move that job onto the J-Press 720. Well, Toscaro Universe will help you then align the color of your offset press to your digital press, to your proofing system, to your wide format, whatever. It'll take care of all the color issues within your shop. And then it'll manage the color for you and it'll tell you if there's anything moving out of specification that you need to focus on that. So Toscaro Universe helps you get the job right first time, every time. And my colleagues to my right and to my left would be real happy to talk to you about how that could help you manage your customers and your business more effectively. So with the J-Press then, if we compare it to offset litho and all the products and services, the consumables and the costs, then with J-Press we can simplify things and we can get rid of all of that lot. Now just looking at the press you can see it's very similar to a litho press, and indeed we use that standard in-feed, the sheet grippers and the paper conveyance system and the delivery. But what we do with the product, we build on the solid proven foundations, but we change the way we put ink on paper. So it's a combination here of reliable sheet handling with the latest digital imaging technology. So for our customers then, they get the best of both worlds. Now we can tell you a little bit more about what's going on under the covers of the product now. Again, looking at the screen, we remove the covers. You can see the paper in-feed area, an area where we apply the pre-coat, where the inkjet system is, sheet drying, quality control, and sheet delivery. So we'll go through each of those stages now in a little bit more information as Yamada-san starts to print the back side of the sheet. So the in-feed then, it's a standard offset in-feed mechanism using the front and the side lays for sheet registration and grippers to convey the sheet through the press. We run at 2,700 4-up sheets per hour, and we're using a standard offset grade paper. As the sheet enters the system, then we have an analox roller system here which applies a thin, transparent pre-coat solution across the entire sheet. So again, the first sheet coming off the press, you can see that's of saleable quality. You can have a close look again in a moment or two, but please carry on, thank you. Now, having a pre-coat on the stock offers 2 useful advantages. When the ink hits the pre-coat, then that dot is precisely fixed. It doesn't spread at all, okay? And it doesn't penetrate the paper fibers of the printed sheet either. And because we don't penetrate the paper fibers, it means that we can de-ink that sheet, or the paper companies can de-ink the sheet very easily. In fact, as they do with ordinary offset printed material. So printed products with J-Press 720 can be recycled very, very easily. Next, we come on to the inkjet area where we have 4 Fujifilm Dramatics print bars. We're printing CMYK onto a single imaging drum. Now in the display cabinet here we have a Fujifilm Dramatics print bar, and then we have a Fujifilm Dramatics Samba inkjet head. Now each print bar has 17 individual heads. We're using the latest silicon MEMS piezo drop-on-demand technology. The nozzle plate that we see there has 2,048 individual addressable inkjet nozzles. With the 17 heads on the bar, that gives us 35,000 nozzles per color. The ink flows through each of the heads. It's temperature controlled and degassed. And we jet down to the smallest dot size of 2 picoliters. We're using variable dot imaging, and once again, that then contributes to the image quality that we can see on the paper. Once we've finished the imaging process, the sheet goes through the drying section, which uses hot air, and then through a real-time quality control scanning system. We're checking for density, we're checking for image integrity, and we can make corrections on the fly, so we can keep the production running, going through to the ordinary delivery area. And as I've already said, then those sheets there will go through to your existing finishing equipment. So with the introduction of J-Press 720, I think we're ticking all the boxes. The presentation has almost come to a close now, so I'm going to summarize by saying this is a product designed for high-quality short-run print, where jobs leave the desktop, go through the rip, and go straight to the press. The make-ready time's real quick, and you've seen the first sheet is saleable, so there's no make-ready waste either. We simplify your production by removing that room full of products and consumables and costs. And with just 3 consumable products associated with the product, it offers some good environmental benefits. So users of J-Press 720 have a chance of lowering their production costs, producing more jobs per shift. It could make you more competitive, and if you get all of it right, it should make you more profitable. So through the introduction then of the latest breakthrough inkjet technology and the solid foundations of an offset litho press, then that's why Fujifilm believe that we do have the answer to the growing demand for high-quality, short-run print. Now, that's the end of the presentation. I would invite you to come and take a close look at the